2024 sales meeting. I can't believe how quickly the year is flying by. Lots of exciting things that we want to talk about today in the next 45 minutes or so. So I am going to dig right into today's content. As always, I like to remind you that knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Knowledge is potential in general. Execution is power. So want to make sure you have a pen and paper available or a place that you could just take some notes, because you're probably going to want to write down a couple things to go and execute on after today's program. Okay, first off, this month we have been growing over the last 30 days or so. It has been super crazy busy with agents joining the brokerage. And I think that has a lot to do with, number one, the market's a little bit funky still. So oftentimes in the spring market, we don't see as much movement in brokerages, but this year people are still very much interested in moving. And I'm so happy and proud to say that many great real estate agents are choosing LAER. So I want to just put a welcome out to all of our recently joined agents. We have Elizabeth, George, Omira, Nate, Jacob, Naina, Stacy, Shane, Rosemary, Carlo, Victor, Maribel, Rose, Maria, Paige. Specifically, I want to say also welcome to our 2 new staff members just in the last 30 days. We have Lizzie in our Wellington, Florida office, our administrator there, and Shane in our Tingsboro office. So want to welcome you guys as well to LAER, and excited for what the spring summer market is going to bring. Let's take a look at our numbers for April. I can tell you that the market got really busy in April, and in many of our markets, both in New England and Florida, we are seeing inventory start to build up a little bit. Not only that, we're on the closing front, we're seeing uptick in business all around. So let's take a look at April numbers. We closed for April 2024, 200 total closings at 103 million in sales volume. I do want to apologize. I don't have our rental numbers this month. For some reason, there's a weird glitch in our bookkeeping software that we use that it's not calculating the rentals for the month. But we'll get that straightened out by next month. We already have our team reached out to the software company to look into that. We typically close anywhere between 30 and 50 rentals per month. These 200 total closings at 103 million are strictly the purchase business that we've done in the month of April. This is just a breakdown by where the offices are located. So again, this is not necessarily, for example, that 159 sales were Massachusetts. Some of those were probably New Hampshire. But these numbers are based on where the agent's main office is based out of. So we had a total of 159 sales at 87 million out of Mass, 12 sales at 4.7 volume out of our New Hampshire office, and then 29 sales at 11.7 million for our Florida offices. Let's take a look at our top teams and top individuals across all of the marketplaces we do business in. First, we're going to take a look at Massachusetts' top 5 teams by volume. Congratulations for the month of April goes out to O'Connell and Company, Silver Key Homes, the Nido team, Button and Company, and then Brian Pereira and Diana Paquette. Massachusetts top 5. We have, this is for individuals by volume. First of all, we kind of got to give a shout out to Len. Okay, many of you guys know Len is like our director of business development, and he doesn't sell tons of real estate, but I got to say, Len, when you do sell something, you like knocked it out of the park with a $5.4 million sale. So congratulations. And Len, by the way, you said it's somebody that you've
Thank
sold
you.
houses to for many years.
Yes, yes. My first sale with them was in 1998, and I've just always stayed in touch.
Holy cow, 5.4 million. That is the value of staying in touch with your database. Incredible. So congratulations, Len, for being number one agent for volume. Number two, Corey Gracie, Karen Nielsen, Paul Brulette, and Alan Horvitz. Congratulations to our top five. Next, Massachusetts top five for units by team. So number one, O'Connell and Company, Silver Key Homes, Nido team, Brian Pereira and Diana Paquette, and the Rogers Mello team. Congratulations, top five for units. And then our top five Massachusetts individuals by units. We have Corey Gracie, Tiffany McDonald, Paul Brulette, Jane Fortier, and Lauren McNamara. Congratulations. Next, we have our top New Hampshire agents and teams. Platinum Realty Group, Fulford Group, Angela Lozier, and the Lisa Newman team. And then let's take a look at our top agents and teams by volume for Florida. Want to say congratulations goes out to Jana, Laura, Isabel, James, Pedraza team, Team Rebello, Christina Bear, Matt McLaughlin, Linda Addington, and Stacy Sofel. And then Florida top agents and teams by unit sold. Congratulations to Laura, Isabel, Pedraza team, Jana, James, Team Rebello, the Backrow team, Christina Bear, Matt McLaughlin, and Linda Addington. Great job by everybody. As always, we put out our top agent list for each marketplace with some social media pieces as well. We put out our top 25 lists each month company-wide. So you'll get an email once these are on our LAER Agent Services blog. You'll get an email. Make sure you click on that email because it'll take you over to some great social media pieces, because whether you're a top 5, a top 10, or a top 25, it's a great thing to share on your social media. So congratulations on a great start to spring for everyone. So you'll see this month I didn't do like up and down arrows because our numbers are pretty much very close to in line with where we were last year at this time. So far this year, we've closed 729 units at 357 million in volume. The same time last year, we had done 742 closings at 346 million. So in my mind, those are pretty close to equal. So the market is right where the National Association of Realtors predicted, which is we started the year a little bit slow, but National Association of Realtors predicts that we'll see a 13% increase in sales this year over last year. And so we're starting to see business pick up, and I think we're going to have a very strong second half of the year. Some company updates for you guys. Number one, super excited to share that LAER Realty turned 10 in April. I cannot believe that it's been 10 years already. We're doing a special reception tonight for our agents that started the company, agents and staff that started the company with us in 2014. So we had roughly about 200 real estate agents when we left RE/MAX in 2014 to embark on a new independent real estate brand, which was LAER. We had about 200 agents, and 66 of those agents and staff members stayed with LAER that entire time. So this is the 66 agents and staff members. We did have a lot of agents that left and came back, but these are the 66 true diehards that never looked anywhere else. They stayed with LAER, never tried another brokerage, and stuck with us. So we're doing a special founding members reception tonight for those 66 team members who were super important. I feel in many ways, I'm very grateful to every real estate agent and staff member who has joined us along the way, because you are also important to our growth. But in many ways, we wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for that base, that foundation of people that stuck with us from the very beginning. So super excited to enjoy a reception with them tonight. Also, by the way, I didn't put a slide on here, but we have the New England Awards program coming up. So if you're a New England agent, make sure you sign up on our Eventbrite link. I'll resend that email this afternoon, but we want to have you on at our awards program. We're doing our cruise along Boston Harbor, and we'd love to have everybody there. And also wanted to let you guys know that we have a new office that we will be opening in the month of May in New Hampshire. Basically, we're moving our Bow, New Hampshire office. We're going to have, this will make it 3 offices in total that we have for New Hampshire. So we have our Hampton Falls, New Hampshire office. We also have a Lakes Region office in Belmont, New Hampshire. And then we're moving our Bow office to Goffstown, New Hampshire. And by the way, our Londonderry, our big team out of Londonderry, New Hampshire is also moving in to our Goffstown, New Hampshire office. So by the end of the month, we're excited to be in our new location in Goffstown. If you guys aren't familiar with the area, it's really right next to Manchester, New Hampshire. So super excited for our upcoming move. As well, I'm super excited to announce that we have a pending acquisition of a real estate brokerage in Maine. So this has been on our radar for a very long time. In fact, over the last 6 to 12 months, we've been hyper focused on growth in New England and Florida. In New England, our growth has been really focused on Maine, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Vermont. Really want to move into those markets. And so by the end of May, we should be announcing 34 new team members, roughly between 30 and 40 new team members in the great state of Maine. And so stay tuned for that announcement. Okay, I mentioned these last month as well. We have been adding tons and tons of resources to LAERagentservices.com. First of all, we added the new green listing and buyer presentations. So if you are an agent that has been embracing sustainability and green into your business, we have 2 phenomenal presentations on LAER Agent Services that really focus on that clientele. This was a project that was a compilation of really just working with our sustainability team to understand the value proposition that many of our green agents bring to buyers and sellers on a transaction. So we're really proud of these pieces. But even beyond that, go check out our LAER Agent Services section, because under the marketing branding section, under the Canva first link on the left with all of the brochures and presentations, you will see that our marketing team has updated everything. We have new listing presentations, new buyer packages, seller packages. Literally every week, they're adding new content to our all of the marketing pieces we have. We've also been adding to our LAER settlement toolbox. So anytime we see a cool white paper or an article or a video or a marketing piece, anything, we add it to our settlement toolbox as well. We're trying to stay right on top of all the forms. Many of the states are coming out with new forms, buyer agreements, seller agreements. As those become available, we're getting them updated in .loop and app files for Florida, but also we're adding them here so that you guys can make sure that you're using the most up-to-date forms as they're released by the states. We also just pointed out last month that we updated this entire part of our website. It's called laerrealty.com/transaction blueprint. We've been starting to build out resources for newer agents. So agents that come on board and really need an extra amount of direction. On this site, you'll find tutorials for how to fill out real estate forms for New England. I think we have on there right now, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Florida, and we're still expanding. But say you're a newer agent, you're working with a buyer, you can go find the state that you're working in and then watch through the tutorial videos on how to fill out the forms. We've also created a booklet on home inspections, a booklet on lead paint. Basically, it all comes down to us building out a very, very comprehensive program that can get newer agents absorbed into the business faster without creating additional liability for themselves or for the brokerage. Very excited also, I didn't do a slide on this, but we have the new Algorwin books are being printed as we speak. Last year, we came out with our Algorwin program, and it is a comprehensive program for growing a real estate business. And so a couple things that we changed quite a bit in the book from having used that as a training mechanism over the last 12 months. So the new one has a little bit more in there on like buyer presentations and things like that. But also we're restructuring our LAER coaching program so that it combines with the Algorwin program. So many of you have participated in the LAER coaching program over the last 2 years. And our coaching program for agents that signed up for that, when an agent signed up, we would overnight to you a 250-page workbook broken down into 12 months. And then we'd assign you a coach, and that coach would work with 3 to 5 real estate agents and coach them through the lessons each month. So what our team has been working on for the last 60 days is, number one, making the changes to the Algorwin book so that it's even better. And again, those are out for print, so those will be out this month. But also revamping our entire coaching program so that it matches and follows the Algorwin program. Because the Algorwin program is just a more efficient way of building a business. So by the end of the month, anybody that signs up for June coaching, it's going to look very different than our previous coaching program. It's going to be much cleaner. Instead of a 250-page workbook, you'll just work right off of the Algorwin program with your coach, and then the coach has their own coaching booklet so that they can help facilitate you through that program. I mentioned this before. If you head over to laeragentservices.com, we've revamped all the buyer presentations and seller presentations. We've added more scripts on there as well. Wanted to just send a reminder out on this is because it's free. In the past, we had so many agents that paid for becoming an ABR. And now the accredited buyers representative course is free through the National Association of Realtors. So just wanted to send out as a reminder. We also have it on the NAR toolbox so that you can go check that out. Also, as a reminder, we're revamping these. We're going to be adding a whole bunch of additional briefing sessions to our list. But if you're an agent that needs some one-on-one support for any of the LAER tools, or using, like, setting up your database, or maybe you're a newer agent and you need assistance with an upcoming transaction, you can go to laerrealty.com/briefings and set up a one-on-one call with a team member, and they'll set up a 30-minute call with you, so that it's not like a class format where you have a bunch of people asking questions. It's just you and our team helping you utilize the products that we offer. As a reminder as well, make sure you check out our monthly newsletter. This comes out once a month. laerrealty.com/news. You can download a copy right from this site as well. We email it out each month. But super important, not only do you get to see what's happening in the lives of your fellow real estate agents at LAER, but also we share some of the stuff our sustainability team is working on, or our technology team. So you get access to really cool tools and you get kind of a glimpse into what our different committees are working on a monthly basis. So Craig couldn't be with us. We have lots of agents out at the legislative meetings in Washington, D.C. I look forward to hearing back as they report in some of the great things they're learning as well. I know that our training and technology teams have been hosting these get-togethers at many of the offices to watch the live stream of the legislative meetings. So I think it's awesome to see so many of you very much engaged in what's happening in our industry and how to empower yourselves so that you protect your career and our industry for the future. So I know Craig is at the legislative summits, and I'm very excited that Craig and I will both be at the National Association of Realtors Sustainability Summit. That is coming up June 4th and 5th. I think it's Montana. June 4th and 5th. Okay, you can go to nar.realtor/events. We'll have Sergio put that in the chat box in case anybody's interested in attending the Sustainability Summit. But Craig and I are going to be there presenting, only because the National Association of Realtors was super excited to see for the first time a listing presentation and buyer presentation specifically that caters to buyers and sellers who care about sustainability. So we're going to be there showing off our new listing and buyer presentations and talking about how those tools can be used to help agents further show their value out in their marketplaces. All right, while I get my next presentation ready, I see we have Mike Conway here from Coast to Coast Closings. He can give us an update on what's going on the legal world.
Good morning. Thanks, Stacy. So we've been kind of making the rounds and stopping into offices and focusing on buyer agency. And if you go into the LAER Agent Services under the NAR tab, you'll see our white paper there. And so we've been focusing on that and making our rounds from office to office. It's been great to see a whole lot of people. And I think you probably see the email come out that we're going to a lot of offices coming up in the next couple of weeks. So that's what we've been focusing on. And it's been very well received and tons of great questions, and even better, tons of great feedback on how people are accepting the settlement and the changes and how they're trying to work through it. So I guess the takeaway is we're all going to be fine. We're all still going to be working and getting paid for what we do. So I hope to see you all coming up in the near future.
All right, awesome stuff. Thank you, Mike. I got to see just some pictures of one that Mike did in our Fairhaven office, and it looked like probably had 30 or so real estate agents that went out to that.
Yeah, it was
We're
fantastic.
we're sending out emails. We're trying to target all of the offices that have plenty of space for a large group to meet. And Mike's basically going out and has a presentation, just talking to real estate agents, working through like best scripts, how to protect yourself, how best to protect your client, things like that. All right, let me reshare the next part of our presentation. All right, just want to share with you guys some AI tools to think about. So many of you are already utilizing artificial intelligence in some way in your real estate business. By the way, it's no longer like optional. Everybody is using, it's like the minimum standard now for business is to use AI some way, somehow. AI can become a force multiplier. So right now it's like a minimum standard. You have to be utilizing it somehow in your business. But the goal of AI is for it to become a force multiplier in your real estate business so that you can leverage your time and resources and get the most out of every day by utilizing tools that can save you time and energy and money, while making you still look great and attract business in the marketplace. So I'm going to just share with you like 5 of the more simple AI tools. The simple AI tools are the ones that they're kind of like a gateway into the even cooler AI tools that are out there. There's literally thousands and thousands of artificial intelligence tools designed for real estate that agents are using. You got to start somewhere. So if you're an agent that's involved in like any type of coaching programs, you're probably using some more advanced tools. These are the ones that are kind of entry level, super easy to utilize. And I'll show you some use cases to kind of get your feet wet. And then you can get out and continue to explore like what else is out there that you could force multiply these tools to get more business, to take better care of your clients, and to free up more time so that you can be with friends and family and not having to work all the time. So let's take a look at some AI tools for agents. The easiest one, and of course, this is my favorite one, is we have some AI tools right at LAERagentservices.com. The 2 most utilized on there are listing description generator and our agent bio generator. So if you go over to LAER Agent Services, you have to scroll down to the technology section, and then it's under technology tools. First of all, the agent bio generator, I've said it before, I will say it again. You should have a great bio online. If you've been through any of our boot camps or training classes, one of the things we often say, or the Algorand program, one of the things we often say is, if you Googled you, would you hire you? And oftentimes we're, as human beings, we're constantly Googling other people, but we never stop and Google ourselves. So one of the things you can write down to take away from today, if you have not done this recently, go Google yourself. Because oftentimes on the first page of the Google search, which is what somebody's going to see when they Google you, So if you think about it, we get introduced to buyers and sellers all the time, and they don't know who we are. So oftentimes the first thing they're going to do is go Google us. So go see what they're going to see when they Google you. For example, usually on the first page of a Google search is your realtor.com profile. And you're probably saying, I never set up a realtor.com profile. Exactly. They set one up for you. So realtor.com automatically set up your realtor.com profile. They do it for every real estate agent. You do have the ability to go in and access it. You can go in and claim yourself, and then you can add your photo, your bio, your contact information. The reason this is important is because if somebody Googles you, they in the first page of the Google search has like an outdated picture. It's got the last 3 real estate brokerages you worked for. It doesn't look good. You want, when somebody Googles you, that they see a recent professional photo, they see a recent professional resume / bio, because you are applying for a job when you are a real estate agent. You want it all to be professional. You want all the pages for your brokerage to be accurate. So it's so easy to build a bio. Oftentimes agents don't build a bio because they don't like the process of sitting down and talking about themselves, about why they're great. You don't have to do that. Go to the LAER Agent Services Agent Bio Generator, and it's going to ask you some prompts and ask you how long would you like your bio to be, and then it's going to write a wonderful bio for you, so you don't have to do any of it. Same with our listing description generator. Oh, it makes me so sad when I see a LAER marketing bundle go out to one of our agents, and it has a 2-line listing description, like a 2-sentence listing description. Thankfully, it doesn't happen that often. It makes me equally sad when a listing does not have professional photos, even in a market where the property is going to sell quickly. Every listing you take is you auditioning for the next transaction. Every listing you take, you are not only representing you, you're representing our brand, and you're representing the other real estate agents who you work with at LAER. So I will say, it makes me sad and disheartened when occasionally I see a property that has like iPhone photos or a 2-line description or 2-sentence description of a property. Well, the easy part here is the listing description generator, because you can, in the time it takes you to write 2 sentences about your listing, you can fill out our listing description generator, and it's going to create a beautiful professional listing description for you. So this is what our listing description generator form looks like. You put in the number of paragraphs you want, the property address, what type of property, bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. Just to show you guys an example of this, I did it this morning and I timed myself just to see how long this would take. And I filled out this form, and it took me about 1.5 minutes, and it created this beautiful listing description. It looked amazing. So one thing I just want to point out on the listing description generators. So this whole thing took me 1.5 minutes to create a beautiful listing description that I could be proud of. One thing I do want to point out is you have to read it, because as wonderful as AI can be for your business, it can accidentally violate a fair housing law. So you should go through it and just read it and make sure that you're not using any words such as walking distance to whatever. You should not, make sure your description is not violating any fair housing laws. So that's number 1, super easy. This is like entry level AI that you don't have to download any apps. You don't have to like figure out anything. You just go to LAERagentservices.com, fill out the bio generator form or the listing description form and let it do the work for you. Second, like super entry level free is ChatGPT. I know tons of you guys are using it, but if you haven't yet, this is also entry level. This, by the way, can do your bio and it can do your listing descriptions as well. Super easy to use. I thought this was cool. I had an agent that sent in an email into Happy Agent, and this is what he asked me. How do I convince a home seller of the importance of offering to compensate a buyer agent when selling a home? So I gave him a very thorough and detailed answer through Happy Agent. And that very thorough and detailed answer was compliments of the 15 seconds I spent going to ChatGPT asking it the same exact question. So ChatGPT could articulate very quickly in like less than 30 seconds, better than I could. That would have taken me like a half an hour to write out all this. And so I asked ChatGPT the same exact question, and it gave me this amazing explanation about all the reasons why the home seller should offer to compensate a buyer's agent, from potential savings to negotiation leverage to competitive advantage to. So just thinking about use cases when you run into an issue in your business, don't forget to head over to ChatGPT, because maybe it can create a really quick answer for you. By the way, ChatGPT created that in like 30 seconds. All the reasons why the seller should offer to compensate the buyer agent when they list their property. So it gave me that in like not even 30 seconds. Then I said to ChatGPT, could you turn this into a 3-minute video script for me? And then it immediately spit out a 3-minute video script. So now I could, not only did I get my question answered, but now I have this nice script that I can now turn on my camera, go on to Facebook and say, hey, are you thinking about selling your home? And putting, well, you're in luck. Before you put the for sale sign up, let's talk about something crucial: compensating the buyer's agent. So it gave me this wonderful 3-minute script that I could then turn into a video. So ChatGPT, this is super entry level AI, but you can ask it anything. How do I overcome an objection? What is the best blog content for real estate agent? Write a 300-word article about best ROI on home repairs. What are some marketing ideas to generate leads for my business? Create a phone script for me to call through a neighborhood offering a market analysis on a home. What are the steps I should take for planning a client appreciation event for my past clients? What are some fun ideas for a client appreciation event? Develop a negotiation strategy for a buyer or seller client, outlining key objectives, initial offer or listing price, and tactics for handling counteroffers. Include considerations for contingencies, closing costs, and other deal terms. So kind of cool. Really super entry level, but some cool stuff you can do. Number 3, I don't have any examples of this, but just a cool AI that I've been playing around with. This Jasper is an AI that creates marketing, ad, and email copy. So, for example, when it comes to recruiting, I do a lot of emailing to potential real estate agents, and I want better copy for those emails. Jasper will write anything for you. So for real estate agents, it's the same thing: writing great copy for advertising, social media posts, marketing, stuff like that. In some ways, it's very much like ChatGPT, but it's more industry specific, and it's really good with writing like call to action that will get a consumer or whoever you're targeting to click on your message. Number 4, this one I just started using as well in the last 60 days. It's called Munch, and it's for repurposing video content. So if you go to our YouTube station, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of video content on our YouTube station. And I know many of you real estate agents also have thousands of hours of content from over the years of just doing all kinds of video content. Munch, you could take a video. So for example, a 30-minute video on whatever, you can upload it and it will go through it and pull out smaller videos. So you could take your 30-minute video and turn it into like 3 or 4-minute videos. It goes through and takes out the relevant content and turns it into much shorter content. So you can repurpose the stuff that you already have. And then the last is Canva. So what's cool about Canva is many of you guys are already using this. And Canva has been adding tons of AI tools within it. Some of them are built right in, and some of them are little apps on the left-hand side that you can go download an app, and it'll download the app into Canva, and then you can utilize the AI. So a couple things that I've been using it for is, first of all, it's got a cool magic eraser. Canva has become so easy at maneuvering or manipulating pictures. You can take stuff out with their magic eraser. You can expand. So like this picture here, like say you have a dog and you don't have the whole picture. You've got like a cut off piece of the picture. Their AI component will now rebuild the piece of the picture that you don't have. The Canva will also write marketing copy for you. It'll create a marketing piece. So let's say you want to create something. You can go into Canva and through their magic design and magic write, it'll actually create the entire piece, including entire presentations. So you can basically tell it what it is that you're looking for, and it will create the foundation of your presentation or your marketing piece, etc. So those are some of the basic AI tools. Again, once you start digging in, there's thousands and thousands of them out there for real estate agents, but these are kind of the entry level so that you can start leveraging AI so that it becomes a force multiplier for your business. With that, Nicole, I saw you jumped on. Do you have any updates you want to give? You're on mute.
Hello.
Hello.
I think Mike was gonna update.
Yes,
Was
he
that
did.
true, Mike? Did he?
Yep, he did his update. By the way,
Oh, you
Mike,
did? I missed you,
yeah.
Mike. Sorry.
That's all right.
By the way, Mike mentioned the white paper on buyer agency that you can get under the NAR toolbox at LAERagentservices.com. This should be in your buyer and seller presentations, in my opinion, because it covers the entire gamut and it's not coming from you. So that's why in our toolbox, our NAR toolbox, we've been adding tools, resources such as white papers and articles that articulate all the things we want to tell our buyers and sellers without us having to say it. So when we can find something like that, such as this white paper, you print it out and you include it as part of your presentation.
Yes, and that's constantly changing, as we all know. I think Mike may have mentioned it, but even working on purchase and sales, we're already getting questions from the sellers, from the buyers, from the agents on how to word things. The seller's paying this, seller's paying that. So, right now we're just making sure everything is put into the purchase and sale. And I think that is the most important thing. A few people had asked if we should do addendums, and I don't know, Mike, what's your opinion? I don't think so. I think any type of commission should be directly in the purchase and sale. So whether you use us or not, reach out, ask us the question on that, but that would be my opinion right now until we hear otherwise coming down from the higher ups. Do you agree, Mike, with that one?
Yeah, I mean, if you know at the time we're doing the PNS, the more that could be directly included is better, and that's for any topic.
Yeah.
There are going to be a lot of things that change, and you know, I was talking to a group of agents in Fairhaven, and I said, we're going to have to go through this. We're going to have to make tweaks to things as we go. So if you have questions about anything you're going to submit before you send it or before you have someone look at it, we're happy to take a look. Again, even if you're not going to be working with us, because these changes are going to be coming pretty fast and furious, and it's important that you do it right and that you have, you know, another set of eyes look at it if you're not comfortable.
Yep, I agree.
All right, good stuff. I want to
Perfect.
remind you that we have, if you head over to ctcclosings.com/a locals guide, they have a cool little generator there where you can create some cool marketing pieces. They have what they call a locals guide. So let's just say you got a new listing in Chelmsford. You go here and you just fill out the form, and their marketing department will create this local guide for the town of Chelmsford, like the 10 best things to visit in Chelmsford. These are just a cool little tool to have at your open houses. All right, just a reminder of our upcoming training classes. Basically, every Tuesday and Thursday, we have wonderful classes put on by our agent team. And always go to youtube.com/LAER training to sign up for or subscribe to our YouTube station. It's really important to do that because throughout the year, as you get busy, you will definitely miss classes that you wish you had taken. By signing up or subscribing to youtube.com/LAER training, if you're subscribed, YouTube will just send you a notice every time we add a new training video so that you can go watch it when you have some free time. As always, you can visit any of our LAER offices at laerrealty.com/office access. And if you need anything between now and next month, our next meeting will be June 12th. And look forward to seeing everybody on June 12th. If you need anything in the meantime, just email us at happyagent@laerrealty.com. And that is it. So happy spring, everyone.